Hi everyone, this is Patty from Metaphysical Insight, and I just want to talk a little bit about the healing power of mediumship and the mediumship reading. You think, oh, how can that be? Well, as some of you may know, I did a give back, free readings last week. I did it actually Saturday and Sunday. And although I keep, all the readings, private and confidential, I can say, some things because I'm not revealing, who the person is. And I want to talk about this one lovely young woman. I had this lovely young woman. She probably was in her, I think she was like in her early 40s. And she sat down, for a free mediumship reading. And, I went through my little speech with her and everything. And she looked fine. I didn't know her from anywhere. And I asked her who she wanted to chat with. And she wanted to chat with her dad. And so I said to her, don't tell me anything. Let me just connect and see what I got. And, you can ask questions if you want to ask questions at any point. And I started reading her. And one of the things that came up after all of these things I had said to her, her response to one of the things, or to some of the information or messages that her dad had given her, she said to me, I felt like my dad didn't really love me. He wanted a boy. How do you like that? So all her life, she grew up thinking her dad wanted a boy and wasn't happy with the girl. And so that was so far from the truth, it wasn't funny. Her dad said to her, and what was revealed in this reading was that her dad just didn't know how to be a dad. He just didn't know. She was, I think, one of a couple of children, and he just didn't know how to be a dad. He even ultimately had gotten divorced, from her mom. And, what I revealed to her was that the reason he, really didn't know how to be a dad was because of his childhood and his dad not being able to be a dad or knowing how to be a dad. And unfortunately, in some cases, when we have, some crummy, past childhood upbringing, we change that when we have families and it never happens. We make sure that never happens in, with their children and moving forward in their, relationships and, having children, et cetera, et cetera. But some do carry over what they've experienced in the past into their relationships, and it makes it sometimes very difficult to have relationships, as even children up to adults, and staying in long-term marriage, long-term relationships or marriages. But the healing part, okay, of this was that she found out, like, all these years, her whole life, she believed that he didn't love her and that he wanted a boy. And that wasn't the case at all. That load was lightened from her. It was just because he didn't know how to be a father. He loved her so dearly. Nothing to do with wanting a boy. Never even entered his mind. None of that stuff. Just didn't know how to be a dad. Carried over from his childhood. So that was just one thing that, I'll share with you just in case, you guys are wanting to get a mediumship reading but afraid. Don't be afraid. Do you know how enlightening this can be for you? How healing it can be for you? Just that one thing, even though there are other things that were just wonderful and lifted weights off of her. And she never said anything. Her dad did all the talking. And when it was done, she validated, and that's when, she revealed certain things. And it was so wonderful to be able to give her that message. She thanked me so much. She was so lovely. I mean, she wanted to give me a tip. She wanted to pay me for this. I was like, no. It was the Give Back weekend, free reading, and, it was just a very special reading. So, if you guys, are needing to connect, there's things heavy on your heart about maybe a passed over loved one, and you might want some clarity on it or some answers, with it. You can, always contact me for a reading. You can go to metaphysicalinsight.com. That's my site. You can book there. And if you have any questions on it, there's an email on there. You can email me and I'll answer anything, any questions that you have. Or if it's not me, seek yourself a reputable psychic medium, and if you have to do all the talking, if they're asking all these questions, you might want to steer clear or maybe never go back. But, don't be afraid to take that step. You would be surprised, what you hear and how you'll feel in such a good and positive way afterwards, getting answers, just knowing that they're okay. Most people just want to know that their loved ones are okay. Are they around them and all things like that? Yes. When they passed over, they're fine, no problems, and they are always around us. So I was more than delighted, to give her, this reading. What a lovely, lovely woman. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to share that with you. So have a lovely day. Take care. Bye.